Today we're talking about the fantastic Mammotion Yuka Mini 800 and the 600. The Yuka Mini 800 is actually right there mowing the lawn down to 4 centimeters as we speak. And it is a lawnmower that has done a very good job over the last month that I've been using it. Now it comes in at €1,099 or €899 for the Yuka Mini 600. And you can pick up the garage for it, which I do recommend for €199. But if you go on the website using the link below, you might be able to find some deals every now and then to get the actual garage at a better price. It just means that when it's sitting under the garage for like a week of not mowing the lawn, it's not going to get rained on or leaves on it. It's just going to be nice and happy. Anyway, this lawnmower is fantastic because I don't have to put any perimeter wire down. There is no wire going around the edge of the lawn at all. It's a little bit windy today. That comes to actually the rain sensor. It's got a rain sensor. If it's raining, it's not going to come out. It'll come out and be like, oh, it's raining, and it'll go back in. You can do it so it won't mow the lawn on rainy days. And it has no antenna. In the UK, if you don't want to use the antenna, you don't need to, because it positions via iNavi Net RTK, which is fantastic, and it is very, very precise. It's what I've been using here to mow the lawn. You can map it using a whole automated AI mapping system, which takes about 10 minutes, or you can drive it around like a little RC car using your phone, which is a lot of fun. You go forward, left and right, and you can actually map it exactly how you want it mapped, because the AI might choose it a different way than you do. I prefer doing it the RC car way because it's just so much fun. There are other ways that you can position it other than the iNavi Net RTK system, which is free to the end of 2025. 2026, I'm hearing that there is going to be some small payment for it, some subscription so that you can use it. If you don't want to use it, you can use the antenna that comes provided in the box, and that works really well too. As long as it's not obstructed anywhere by any kind of buildings or trees, it will do a good job. Now, our lawn, when I got here at my parents' place, was very yellow. It's been a very dry summer in London. It was basically like just hay. I've done a lot since then to get it back looking green. There are still some bold spots where I had to get rid of moss and get rid of weeds, but the Yuka has been doing a fantastic job. I've actually mowed the lawn about 10 times, just testing out, letting you guys know how it works. Reading about grass, because I'm not a grass expert, I've been reading that between 3 and 5 centimeters is the healthiest length of grass. So I've set it up for 4 centimeters. Now the Yuka Mini 800 and 600 will mow between 2 and 6 centimeters, and you have to set that manually. That is actually the only manual thing you have to set on the lawnmower. Everything else can be set from the app right here, and the app is absolutely fantastic. It's got this kind of Apple-like feeling to it, very polished, very intuitive, very user-friendly. Now, we do have physical buttons on the lawnmower as well, so you don't have to use the app for everything. Like I said, it's got a big red stop button. It has 4 physical buttons. So for example, if you press the stop button, you're going to have to press the grass button and the start button. So it does have a safety lock, just in case someone wants to play around with it, kids or something. You need to press 2 buttons to get it to work. Same if you want it to go home and recharge, you're going to have to press the home and the start button, and it will go back and it will start recharging, which is pretty fantastic. I do like that it has safety features. Obstacle avoidance, yeah, I mean that's an important one, especially with a lawnmower that has very, very sharp razor blades underneath it. Razor blades which after a month are a little bit, you know, nicked and knacked here and there. I'm guessing, you know, cutting an apple or a, you know, a twig that's fallen down, we do have like cement rocks here, it might, you know, knack on them, and you know, it's good that in the box you do get a spare set, but it's worth picking up 1 or 2 extra spare sets if you know you're gonna have to, you know, replace them sooner or later. Now, grass will get wound up in between the razor blades, so every now and then you've got to get that grass out so they spin nice and cleanly. And really underneath it, there's not much more than the actual razor blades and the 2 front wheels that are not motorized, they just spin around. Now, the actual lawnmower is coming back to us, and it is very quiet. So if you're sleeping, it's not going to get in anybody's way. You know, it's not going to wake anybody up. I think a baby could quite happily sleep right next to the lawnmower, and it wouldn't wake them up. So as for the positioning mode, like I said, we have iNavi, NetRTK, we have the antenna, the data link, and we also can connect to it via 4G and Wi-Fi. So for example, if I'm in a different country, I've gone away for 3 months, I'm letting this automated robot lawnmower, which is about to come past me right now, mow the lawn for a couple of months whilst I'm away on holiday. I can actually go in to the app and I can see what's going on. I can turn it on, I can turn it off. Not only that, there is a camera on this little guy that's about to drive past me right now. There is a camera which you can turn on anywhere in the world and it will connect to it via Wi-Fi if you do have it connected via Wi-Fi. When you've done that, you can basically see if, you know, something's gone wrong. It's underneath me, so this is how loud it is. You got to admit, that's pretty quiet, right? Very quiet indeed. So you can have a look. Say if you're worried about the safety of your garden, you can go on this app, you can go into the actual FPV button, which will give you a live view of what's going on in front of the lawnmower. You can actually steer it and go to the middle of your garden and see if there's an intruder there, or I don't know, one of your statues has fallen down. You have all these options in the app, which, like I said, works very, very well. And I can see it running around the garden right now as it does the perimeter, because you can set up the perimeter to do it once, twice, 3 times or more. I have it set for twice, so it will do once and the second time, and then it will do nice lines up and down. Now there was just a brand new update, because you can update the lawnmower via the app, which will give you a visualization of the lines. Like we like these straight, you know, lines up and down the lawn. Now it gives you visualization. I had to guess before, but our lawn does 80 degrees for perfectly straight lines from the house, which is really nice. And not only that, but you can get this guy to do a heart. Say you're feeling romantic, it's, you know, you can do a heart in your lawn. You can do like a sun. You can do a whole load of different things in your lawn using the Yuka Mini 800 or the 600. So that's quite fun, right? So apart from the funny odd patterns you can do in the middle of the grass, we can also create no-go zones. We can create A, B, C, D zones. We can create channels between them, so it goes between these zones, so it's nice and safe. There are a lot of things you can do with the actual map to make it absolutely automated and not have to worry at all about your lawnmower. And once you have created your map, whether it's using the AI automated map creation, or you've done it yourself with the kind of little RC car on the screen, which is a whole load of fun, you can then set it on a satellite map of your actual house, your garden, so it's perfectly set where it is via the GPS, and it looks really, really nice. You can look at it, and I'm going to tell you, it does a fantastic job, lets you know exactly what the lawnmower is. It's also very precise, and you can change the speed of the actual mapping. So if you're doing it with the RC car, you can do it from very slow to very fast. I would recommend doing it slowly so it's nice and precise. Whilst you're mapping, you can also change the speed it actually goes at on your RC kind of car mode from very slow to very fast. I would recommend going nice and slow so it's nice and precise. If you want to in the map, you can also do manual lawn mowing. There is a safety catch. You're going to have to press accept, and you can actually go along and you can mow your lawn manually using the RC car mode, which is really, really nice. And if you have, for example, changed where your charging station is, you can reset it in the app right here. And you can also edit your map later on if you want to. If you've changed an area or if a bush has grown, you can re-edit the map so it knows exactly what's going on. Once you have a map, you can also do tasks. So you can set a task. We have one set for every single Friday at 10 a.m. Lawnmower at 4 centimeters is going to do the perimeter twice, then do the stripes up and down the garden, and it's going to make it look really, really nice. And you can set more tasks, and you can have them at different times. You can have a couple times a week, as does it once a week on a Friday, so in case there's a party on a Friday night or a Saturday, the lawn looks really nice and good for that party. Now the great thing about it mowing the perimeter is that it does have corner to edge mowing, so it gets really, really nice and close to the edge, doing it twice or 3 times or even once, however you want it, and it will get nice and close so that the edge is absolutely perfect. It doesn't have a trimmer on the side, so it, you know, it's literally on the edge, but it gets very close, and I've noticed that the edge is always nicely cut. The Yuka Mini 800 has a 6.1 amp hour battery. It is pretty huge, and it is replaceable in case, you know, something goes wrong. It mows the lawn. There is about 90, 100 square meters here. If we do it fully, it will do that with about 70, 80% of the battery left. So this thing can mow a large lawn. And when it has mowed your whole lawn, or it's got halfway, it's basically going to drive its way back to the charging station, charge up, be ready for the next mow, or carry on mowing where it left off. Now, when it comes to precision, this thing is very precise. I've seen it stop, go back, and start again in exactly the same place to like a centimeter. So the iNavi Net RTK system does a fantastic job, and I just love that I don't have to have that cable coming out of the back of the charging station to the antenna. It just makes it really nice and simple. I have heard this is going to come to other countries, because at home in Poland I actually have the Luba AW2 5000X and I need to use the antenna, but I've heard that hopefully in the future we're also going to have iNavi Net RTK, which is going to make things a lot easier and simpler. Now, getting the power cable sometimes might be a pain for some people, but I managed to get it out of the house and I've got it pretty close. And I've got to say, it looks nice and clean, and you can do it in a way that you don't really have to make too much of a mess. Now, if you do open the app, you're going to have a whole load of information as to your signal. So your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, your 4G, the battery, the positioning, so the signal quality, and it's all here for you to see if you've got it in a good place, if you've got it in a bad place, if the signal's good or bad, which is really, really useful. And if we actually look at the app itself, we go into the lawnmower. I've called mine the Cyclops. At the front, it has, you know, this kind of these two eyes, and it's got a little light. So at night, it can actually run around and mow the lawn and light up what it's mowing, so it can see where it's going. And it does flash green at night. You can turn those off, but for safety, you can have those on so you know where it is, and you know, it just looks cool at night, flashing green. And if we go into the options, we have stuff like manual operation, no mowing on rainy days, zero turnaround mode, which I use. You can do like a 3-point turn, or you can turn around with zero turnaround. Blade speed we now have since the new update from low, medium and high. Wildlife safe, just in case you want to be safe, or if you have a lot of wildlife around your garden. Side LEDs, auto lighting, all these different settings. And you can also change in the app, you know, the map alignment, the map layer settings, and the limit speed for manual control. You have all this in there, and like I said, if we go into FPV, we can actually look and we can see exactly what's going on with this lawnmower, where it's mowing. We have a actual real life feed here to see what's going on, if it's going to hit any obstacles, if there's someone in our garden. Mammotion has done a fantastic job, really a fantastic job with this lawnmower, and I'm really happy I have it here. This is our home in Wimbledon, and my parents live here, so it's nice that they can have a lawnmower that's going to do everything for them, and they can basically relax. I'm really interested in the Luba AW2 5000X that I have in Poland, and I want to see how that mows my lawn. It's a much bigger lawnmower. It's a lot stronger. It's 4-wheel drive. You know, it's quite a beast. But here for this lawn, the Luba Mini 600 I think would be absolutely fine. But I was lucky that Mammotion sent me out the Luba Mini 800, and I got to tell you, absolutely beautiful job it's doing. The grass is looking better, it looks healthier, and it's nice that you have that 4, you know, centimeter grass height that you can have and not worry about anything. Go away for half a year, it should be fine. It's cut through twigs, it's cut through apples and stuff, and like I said, the razor blades are a little bit chipped and knacked at the bottom, but you get a spare set, you can buy a few more, and this thing just can go on and on and on without any, you know, need of you actually pulling out the lawnmower and having to help it out. If you do have any questions, any comments about the Yuka Mini 800, do drop them down below. You're going to find links down below. If you have, you know, then like my video once again, actually just like it once, subscribe, ring that bell, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next one, which might not be a lawnmower, it might be a camera, who knows.